Maybe just gonna call you P. Or Lady P. Which one?
Whichever is fine. Just not moving.
1, 2, 1, 2. I don't hear nothing.
You don't hear nothing?
Nah.
Check that. That might be your mic right there. It's more cord. Oh, it's not? I think it is.
Yeah, it is.
Let's plug it. See if that's the one. Oh, there we go. Check it out.
1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Alright, we ready? Alright, y'all, what's up with it? It's your boy Reg B, along with Deuce Dom, and this is the Everyday Life Podcast, episode 24. I'd like to thank everybody for listening, tuning in, and supporting. Deuce, how you feeling, brother?
I'm alright, man. You know, taxes almost gone, but I'm still out here, still doing it. It's just definitely almost gone. I'm definitely under the cap. I only had them since I had this about 18 days.
That's how it go, man.
Yo, B, oh man, I'm still out here though. I'm still kicking it. It's good though.
I'm all right, man. I'm out here just chilling right now, enjoying this brisk Saturday. Very brisk.
Nah, thank the good Lord. We skipped this winter because next week,
it's that season.
that's gonna be out.
Oh, shout out to
I gotta start putting up, you know, my Stevie J posts with the hands like, oh, they out tonight. They out today.
Fuckboy posters.
Oh man, is it? I can't wait to get off work.
All right. Cool. We got some beautiful young ladies in the building with us tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're gonna go around the room. I'm gonna start with you, Lady P. How you doing?
I'm
Good, man. How's everything?
Everything's good. I'm tired.
You tired? But you gonna tell your story though, right?
Yes.
All right. Cool. Young lady. You look very familiar. Who that dude say?
The Panamanian princess.
Woo!
The one and only.
The Panamanian princess.
I miss you guys.
Oh, do you really?
I sure did.
Don't talk to me like that.
Okay. Cool. All right, y'all.
We can't forget about my, you know what I'm saying? We can't forget about my man. My man came to fuck with us.
Who was that?
I had to hit him with the Brucey B. My main man. You know what I mean? Uncle Earl in the house. Feel
Oh
me?
shit,
Uncle Earl is here.
I'm in
and
the cut.
Welcome
They
back,
can't see
Uncle
me.
Earl.
Uncle Earl is here, and Yoni Tenderoni is here.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We in the building.
All right. Let's get it there. All right, y'all. So, first topic. It's a little. We're gonna talk about health real quick, right? The coronavirus.
Well, first, before we get into that, how's everybody mental health? How's everybody doing mentally wise? Because you know, there's a lot of depression going on. It's a lot of. How's everybody's mental? Everybody's all right? Everybody having good days?
I don't know. I took an assessment the other day, and it said my shit. Fuck, I'm mentally.
You took a Facebook questionnaire and fucked your whole vibe up, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was like a post, and it was like, yo, if you wake up and you oversleep, or you feel like you don't want to be around people sometimes, or some other shit, and you might be suffering from depression.
Shit started relating, right? Like, what the fuck I be going through?
So it felt like I was being like, I don't know, man, but I do know, I got a call from my health insurance, and I guess they offering free counseling.
Mm-hmm.
So
You gonna take it?
I took it.
You took it?
I missed the appointment though, but I got the appointment on Monday. They called me back to say, yo, you can reschedule with us, you know. And so I'm gonna see where that goes, and hopefully they give me some clarity. Open up my third eye.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you accepting. Applause to you, man. I'm glad you accepting. Glad you accepting the help. Not that you know, because you know some guys, you know, even me, I'll probably say shit like, I don't need no fucking counselor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was saying that shit before I had these glasses. Like, I don't need them fucking glasses.
So you saw walking into Walmart.
Now everything is 4K. You know what I'm saying? Bitch.
Life is better. Hey?
Yes,
Like what you said. Life is good.
I was walking through the streets like Eddie Murphy in Trading Places. I can see. Praise Jesus. When I walked out that optical place.
Okay.
Well, as long as everybody mental health is good, ain't nobody depressed, everybody ain't going through nothing.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Wait, how about yourself?
Me? Oh, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm just dealing with like now. My daughter just got a phone, so now I'm dealing with that bullshit.
So
Everything is phone.
So you put any restrictions on that, or you just gave her the phone and said have at it?
No, we gave her the phone. I mean, she pretty much the one thing about her, she's a very smart young lady. So
Right.
she knows what she can do. She knows what she can't do. She won't even try her hand. Or, you know what I'm saying, with the shit that she can't do. But it's just that she's just on the phone. She got this little rich white friend that she met in summer camp. They talk all the fucking time. I think this little girl's just so happy to have a black friend. Like they just be on it. Like for real. They just be on it. And like I told my daughter about the house party app. And you know, where everybody could talk at one time on some group FaceTime shit.
Oh,
And
boy.
my daughter just told everybody, and now it's just that's it. It's a party all night long.
Okay. Well, shout out to her for taking daddy's advice and, you know, at least put it to good use.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
You know?
you definitely got my money's worth for that shit. That's one thing. She using the shit out that Wi-Fi.
As long as she don't jam you up.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So she don't jam me up. She's a good kid though. She knows what to do and not. That's my baby.
Okay, cool. Corona, y'all. How y'all feel about that?
What, you talking about the flu XL? That's
Yeah.
all it is. Flu XL.
Well, I did a little bit of research on it, and it was saying that it's like a tennis ball like organism, and it has spikes on it. And depending on what kind of strain of spikes it is, when it gets into your system, it attaches to either your lungs or to your respiratory system. And they try to tell people not to touch their faces and to stay away from people that actually, you know, stay away from people that have it, or like even people that sneeze, or, you know, like the bodily function and stuff like that. So it has been around for quite a while. But the thing is, I guess the strain that is out now, they don't have a actual vaccination or cure for it, and it lasts about 2 weeks in your system. Depending on how healthy you are, that determines if you're gonna live or die. Or some people.
So this is something that your white blood cells can't fight?
No, what happened is they use your body, and the strain also they said it makes photocopies of the cells, and it multiplies in your body. So it uses your body as a host, and then it eats, like, it does what it does, its damage. So it's been around for a while, but I think they're saying that it happened in a province in China. Started off from there. So it's like a fisherman town, and it would happen in the fish market. So I guess it's actually comes from animals, and then it transferred over to human beings. And once it got into human beings, it started multiplying, and this is how it goes. I've seen a lot of there's a lot of, I guess, not funny, but like the people making skits about it and stuff like that. They saying that some of the actual masks that you see, the ones with the cloth and all of that stuff, that don't really help nothing.
It don't. And this is why I just want to know, like, the way, the precautionary things that people are doing. Is it like, I just want to know, is it like smartness? Is it stupidity? Is it people just trying to be funny?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's just all about ignorance. Like, people don't want to take the time to understand things. First thing they say is coronavirus. Oh, I don't drink Coronas anyway. I drink Bud.
Yo, when they said the coronavirus, fucking when they said like the I guess the corona drink, how it went down, like people stopped buying it because of that. I say, yo, my nigga, I say, yo, bruh.
It goes down in the worst ways. Or you got, like, the word corona is in Latin is crown. And because of how the organism is shaped, it looks like a crown because it has spikes on it. So that's where it comes from. So people don't want to take the time. People want to be educated from you. So it's like the blind leading the blind. So if
that's all we are. Once you see a cat with a mask on, we definitely the blind leading the blind.
So if I'm a dumbass, and you listening to me, you was a dumbass.
But all you're gonna do is pass that information on.
Right.
To another dummy.
But the crazy thing is, no one listens to the person that has some kind of intelligence. The dumbass, oh, you sound right. I can relate to this dumbass.
Right.
But your smart ass, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. You wrong.
Yeah, you told me. Right, exactly.
And then the shit just go left. So when that happens, we in a situation where people are panicking, assaulting people, being real ignorant, doing a lot of dumb shit. Like, a lot of people getting beat up over this shit. A lot of Asian people getting beat up over it. I seen a dude on the train, or a video of a dude on the train, and the guy standing up, and I guess the guy was sitting down, and he got up and told the guy to get off the train.
Oh, wow.
And pulled out, like, I guess he had, I don't know how he was walking around with air freshener, like one of the Febreze cans, and he stood about 2 to 3 feet away from him and started spraying the Febreze in his direction.
Oh, okay. I saw like the end. I never watched the whole thing, but I saw. Oh, all right. That shit happened.
Yeah, it's another one. I seen another one too, where a Chinese guy, I guess he was working in a restaurant or whatever. It was in Harlem, and he was smoking a cigarette outside. A dude came and threw water on him.
Yo, niggas is getting out of here.
Okay.
He threw water on him.
You can't sneeze on the train without niggas looking at you crazy now.
Yeah. And he threw water on him. The Asian dude came back, put on his jacket, chased him down. He tried to snuff him. He ate it. He got a half a snuff off. And And once he got the half a snuff off, other dude just ran up on him. The Chinese dude grabbed him by the foot, and he was doing one of them MMA moves, and he was just dragging him, trying to take him down. Like, so.
All this over some bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, just all I gotta say is people do what's right. Protect yourself. Cover your nose.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. Educating yourself. Like all the videos I seen, I just seen people having fun with the shit. Like I seen the niggas with the hazard suits on the, I think it was the L train or the J train, one of them trains, and niggas had like the big storage bin, like Fabuloso to make it like a chemical, and the niggas spilled it on the floor, and the whole train tried to run to the next car.
That's the bullshit.
Yo, that shit was dumb funny. Niggas had on full hazard suits. Niggas had Fabuloso mixed with some Lysol, some shit, just to make it look chemicalized. Yeah. And the niggas spilled it on the floor. Like, oh, we got coronavirus. And their whole fucking train tried to run to the next car. That shit right there, that's how I know Miller. Look at these fucking dummies, man. Look at them, man. People getting smacked for coughing.
I feel like the news are giving like a lot of information because they just letting people know like where is it at now. Like it's in New York, it's in Chicago, and places like that. But I haven't heard like a lot of stuff like how to prevent it and stuff like that. Like they're not giving a lot of information to the community, and I feel like that's why people are going so crazy about it.
I think the news is just looking for people that got it, so they can fucking interview them.
Yeah.
You know, that's because I know that family in Pennsylvania, fucking CNN and Fox News, they was all over their ass. Hey, we got the family in Pennsylvania that was affected and tested positive, blah, blah. Like, do you think, they running to California right now to catch them people off that cruise? It was like 120 people that tested positive for that shit in the cruise in California. They running to interview that people. That's what the goal is at right now.
So it's mostly like a ratings ploy. Because I seen someone say that the shit, it's like it's being over exaggerated. But at the same time, if people is dying, and then they saying some of the videos that you see of people dying and come posting and stuff like that is like from movies or trailers. Like you don't know where this shit coming from, so you can't really vet the information. So you just looking at it and you're like, yo, these motherfuckers is dying, they wilding, I ain't going nowhere.
Do you know the age range of the people that died already?
I think it's just like anything like when you get the flu because it's a strain. It can. Crazy thing is, people might have had the coronavirus this year and never know because it was just a common cold. So the worst cases is SARS and MERS, and that's the extreme. That's when the shit gets real. That's why they were like, the people that's wearing the face mask, it's for them to they don't want you touching your face. Don't touch your face. Flex your elbow, sneeze, and stay away from people that's sneezing and all this other stuff. So it's those kind of things, but you don't know. But the mask and people bedazzling masks and all that other dumb shit.
Oh, cutting up a bra and putting it on your face, right?
Yeah. Putting pantyhoses on your face and all that other craziness. That shit is stupid. You gotta find yourself.
So. No, but that's the funny shit though. Niggas just got them big city bras. Niggas got the double D's on their face. And then they had the one shot, they nigga put a thong on his face. Yeah. They said the man, fam got killed because he wore a pair of panties that wasn't his wife's or some shit like that.
That shit dumb as fuck.
Yeah, nah, it definitely is dumb as fuck though.
I do want to say one thing though. Shout out to all the people that booked them cheap ass flights.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yes. Shout out to American Airlines for hooking niggas up, man. Yeah. American Airlines hooked niggas up beautifully these past couple weeks. Niggas is going to Mexico for $80.
Yeah, big 80, big 80. Yo, I was like...
It's basic economy, though. I think a lot of people don't know that. I think a lot of people just booking it. They just see the cheap price, and they just booking that shit.
They gonna be trying it on their own time. So it's all
they don't know they born and broke as fuck. It's no bin space and no seat assignment. But it's $75, though. Yeah. So we can't be mad.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We got a new guest that entered the ring, that entered the arena. State your name.
Cute exec. What's going on, everybody?
Y'all alright over there?
What you looking at me for?
I'm looking at y'all two getting it in. Like, y'all okay?
Allegedly.
Okay. Q, what's good, brother?
Chilling, man. It's tough to get here, but I'm here.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Cool. Alright, Q. Moving right along. We're gonna get into the next topic. The state of being a black man in America. And when I say black man, it's more so being a black man and a black woman in America today. Do you feel, on a scale of 1 to 10, comfortable? Do you still feel that we need to progress more, or do you feel like where it's at right now, it's either going to decline or we're going to have to take a more active role in how we are perceived in the public's eye?
Nah, definitely. We definitely got a lot more work to do. Actually, we kind of took a step back. If you think about it, like how it was when we grew up, we kind of had a couple of OGs that like point us in the right direction as men. I feel that now we don't have that. I mean, you get on the train, you get on the bus, these little dudes is wild. You don't have any respect. And I feel that when we came up, we had respect, and like we were afraid of other people's parents, not just our own. Like we see Miss Jerry come, oh shit, nah, we can't do nothing in front of her. She gonna tell. Right. So like I just think now, like there's a lot of kids out here, they raising themselves and they figuring that shit out as they go along. And that shit is a little crazy.
Okay. I seen a clip was circulating with my son, and he was talking about the incident where the cops and also the young woman. She first off, it was a young lady in Brooklyn, for those that don't know, and she's about 15 years old, high school girl, and she got jumped by a bunch of high school kids, but it was mostly high school boys.
And I thought the whole entire crew was boys.
And it looked like it was all boys.
Yeah, it was all boys. I didn't see no chicks in there.
Yeah.
I didn't see not one chick in there.
So it was, and then it was about, I don't want to exaggerate, but I think it was like 20, 30 boys. Like, you know, like how if you was to drop some meat in a shark tank and you see all the sharks pop up, that's what it looked like. And I was like, yo, this is some scary shit. One dude thought he was a fucking the fucking trampoline on the jungle gym and jumped on shorty.
Yeah,
Stop
2
it.
feet.
Two.
Yeah, that was extra crazy.
At insult to injury, they swiped her for her Jordans, they took her debit card, and they took her phone. So, what do we need to do? Because I know men assaulting women is looked upon as being a coward and being frowned upon. But when you have a group of boys, I think it goes beyond just one person you have to talk to. You might have to change the whole image of what we are doing as a whole to combat that kind of fuckery.
Well, there's another thing that my son said that I 110% agree with. He said it's a coward culture. These little niggas is cold pussy. Let's just call it what it is. These little niggas, they pussy. They sexually questionable, for lack of a better word, but everybody know what I really want to say. They little pussy ass sexually questionable kids. And they running around, you know what I'm saying, they running around doing this dumb shit that they think is cool. And to piggyback on what you said, Q was like, they don't got no OGs. They don't got nobody telling them, man, that shit ain't cool, man. Fuck is y'all little niggas out here doing? Making them feel like, damn, B, I fucked up. Cause you know what I'm saying, back then, when niggas told us something wasn't cool, we sat there with the stupid face like, yeah, we fucked up, B. Now these little niggas like, man, get the fuck out of you old ass dickhead. You don't know what you talking about. Right. These little niggas don't got no respect for nothing.
Okay.
These little niggas be in the store with their pants on their ass telling yo, my sandwich, I fuck you up. I slap the shit out you. Like, yo, little nigga. I like one of them, I knew his father. I told his father, like, yo, man, listen, man, I ain't trying to get him in trouble or none of that shit. Listen, talk to your son, man. Your little man in here with his pants off his ass telling yo, I'll slap the shit out you, He didn't know. He was like, all right, and he's a stand-up nigga. See, and after that, I never seen his son do that shit again. So these kids are these kids are definitely lacking. They fucking guidance. Niggas ain't got no guidance at all.
So it has nothing to do with the quote unquote the culture, the music, anything else that we listen to and we consume on a daily basis.
Well, no, because these niggas is talking about the same shit they was talking about when we was growing up. Everybody talking about the same shit. Fucking the bitches, selling coke, shooting the guns. Right. We listen to the same shit. We ain't do none of that shit. Okay. We ain't do absolutely nothing. They was talking about we wanted to sell drugs. Like the music made us want to sell drugs. Some of us did, some of us didn't. But we all listen to the same music. Everybody, nobody out there. Only people, like I just call it what it is. Only people who's out here acting on shit is them little white kids that's playing GTA and out here really stealing cars. Those are the only ones that's really out here acting this bullshit out. All of us know how to act. We got home training. We can listen to shit and not act it out. But these little niggas here, there's no guidance out at all. And that shit they did, they thought it was cool. They absolutely thought it was cool. That's why I'm glad that Crime Stoppers camera got the little nigga with the sneaker, had the little nigga with the sneakers, his whole face, like this, with the sneakers in his hand. You know what I'm saying?
But
So
wasn't that on Utica?
Yeah, it was right on Utica.
How did no one intervene?
Right.
Like, nobody stopped that.
I'm gonna tell you this.
They all stopped and took their phones out because you can see the people in the corner like this.
Right.
The cowboy culture is very double-edged. And how the cowboy culture works is, if he doing some pussy shit not with him, I can't tell him not to do it because when he get back to the board, remember we just had a conversation where we listen to dumbasses. So if the dumbass says we gonna do this, and I'm just one that's holding out saying don't do it, you the dumbass, you the pussy. Somehow we just switch the narrative where where we celebrate the ones that's doing the punk shit.
Right.
So, with that being said, when you pull out your phone, these old people are still, some are not even old people that pull out their phone, a lot of them are doing it for clout too. Because they want to go viral. They want
They
want
First
their
person to post,
they
I
want
was
their video to
there.
get reposted and reposted
right,
and reposted.
right. They want to go
They
viral.
want the clicks
too,
on their
so
page.
They want to, I don't know what they inspire me to do, but a lot of people have dull lives, and this is their entertainment. And they send it to people, they put it on WhatsApp, and they send it all over the fucking world, and it comes back, and that's it. That's the cycle. But the people that standing around not doing nothing also, they cowards too.
Right.
They cowards too. Because everything, I remember back in, you couldn't do, I remember when me and my boy, we went bike riding, got our bikes, fresh bikes, riding down Atlantic Ave. And this is like, when Brooklyn was Brooklyn. Dude was like, yo, come in, we young short, we like 12, 13, the most. And you know when dude was 15, them dudes was looking like big dudes. At 15, he like, yo, let me talk to you. What you doing with my bike? Bro, I bought this bike. My pops bought me this bike from the store. I seen when he picked it up. This ain't yours. And he approached my cousin and he grabbed his bike by the handlebars. And he stopped him, and another dude was coming to run up on me. A guy at the gas station seen everything go down, and he screamed on him like, "Oh, what y'all doing? Get away from them!" And they backed off, and they went up wherever they went. And me and him, we bust a fucking U-turn, and we went back home, back on the block, where it's familiar because you telling your mother you live on this side of town and you on the other side of town. How the fuck you get there?
That's all that matters.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
What the fuck is you doing over there anyway?
Right, you 2 miles away from home talking about, yo, we went riding.
That was back in the days, you get hurt and you scared to go home and tell your mom you got hurt. It's like, where was you?
Yeah, I seen that shit a couple of times.
Should have been over there, no.
I seen that shit a couple of times. I seen a young boys, 130 pounds, soaking wet on a good day, telling dudes with the emphasis on suck my dick.
Word.
Fuck out.
That's what niggas gotta stop
What
doing.
you gonna do?
Niggas do not, yo, when these little niggas with that suck my dick shit, these little niggas gotta get beat the fuck up.
Yo.
Straight like that. Beat the
Yo.
fuck up. Not know where,
They-
I don't even wanna know where your father's at. I'm beating you the fuck up and then waiting for your father.
Think of where that comes from, though. Because at any moment, no matter what happens, you thinking, as them young kids, there's a camera somewhere, and I can't look like a suck on camera. So you gonna
That's what
turn
it's
your
all
shit
about.
up to 12 off rip, like, I slap the shit up, even though they run a chance of getting beat up on camera, but they gonna say, yo, I wasn't no sucker.
Right,
slapped
I wasn't no
Yeah.
pussy.
That's the thing.
That's, I don't know where that came from because I know at a certain point, I remember back, I was like, yo, I told, like people that you thought you knew and you grew up with and you hung out with them, you joking around, something like that. Yo, there's a lot of dudes that died.
Yeah,
they
all
told
that
somebody
shit,
suck
suck
their
your
dick.
Right. And that's what niggas,
There's a lot of dudes that I remember one dude told me like, yo, we joined high school playing around. Once we get to high school, I don't know what happened that summer. We playing around. I said, yo, suck my dick. He said, son, swear to
yeah,
tell me suck my dick.
exactly. That's,
I said, yo, do we know the check? I learned my lesson. Like, I said, yo.
but a lot of niggas don't do that. A lot of people, they give the warning, be like, yo, my nigga, check this out. I know we playing and all that.
Yeah.
I know we do what we do.
Yeah.
But their whole thing is like, all right, it's like we play around, but there's other niggas around that don't know how we play.
Right.
So don't do that shit in front of
Right.
these niggas because they gonna think that, you know what I'm saying, that I'm
Right.
pussy.
And if I let
Nah.
that slide, everybody else
Yeah.
gonna think I'm a free ride.
I seen that shit happen, nigga. We was on the line for the skate key, and we was in high school.
Skate key.
And my man seen this man from school. He said, "What up, you clown ass nigga?" He said, "Clown ass nigga." He said, "Did I stutter?" He was like, "Come on, listen, man, listen. I know how we play. We do. We out with these people. These people don't know us, man. Don't come at me like that." All right. My man was like, "All right." Straight, he was like, "All right." Like he didn't say I'm sorry, but you could tell in his face he was sorry. He was like, "All right," and that was it. And he checked him in front of the whole line. Like, listen, like, he had to because listen, if I let you call me a clown ass nigga, this nigga pussy. No, you're not gonna make me look at
It's a lot of ramifications behind. I seen one young boy talking about, and the crazy thing is when they with their boys, and it's like 20 of them deep, they think all of them gonna ride for them because what is it? Whatever name of the gang is for life and all that
Yeah,
other
whatever
bullshit.
that bullshit is, yeah.
And they're like, okay, because one dude got the gun. I said, bro, because you got a gun don't mean they stop making guns.
Right.
They was making guns before you, and they gonna keep making them. You got, and then the gun that they got, it be about this big. My gun is about this big. Especially if you got a dude that's about that action, and he's a gun enthusiast, and he likes that kind of shit.
So, cause some niggas come with you just to see if it's gonna pop off.
Listen, Ray said it best. You got guns too. He said it a long time ago.
I see a lot of pussy ass niggas like they play pussy until they man come in the party. Now these niggas walking around the party with their chest out. Cause they, you know what I'm saying? Cause they man saying,
Bro.
what happened? What?
Yeah.
What? Now you want to get all out. You
Yeah.
just in the corner when you by yourself, nigga.
Everybody's Rambo.
Yeah.
So
But I respect the niggas that don't, you know what I'm saying? When niggas get loud in front of their friends, you be like, yo, I'll see you later. I respect that. I respect that.
that's the
When you
one
get
that,
caught by your
that's-
motherfucking self. You know what I'm saying?
that's the one that you gotta.
I respect niggas. I respect niggas that move like that. But back to your point, we definitely got a long way to go. If us as fathers, and I know Reg, you may not be a father, but you have nieces,
Yeah.
and you know, for us as fathers, for people, guys with boys that have to teach their kids how to deal with the police at 9, 10 years old,
Yeah.
9, 10 years old, you got to teach them how to talk. Let them know. Listen, I'm saying I'm not resisting. You got to. They have the practice of speech at 9 years old. Something ain't right.
Yeah.
Something is not right. And as for them kids, everybody gotta stop saying, "Oh, Brooklyn gotta do better." That's not just a Brooklyn thing. That's not just a fucking Brooklyn thing. It's people in Harlem getting their face slashed right now. A French nigga just came out of IHOP. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? On vacation. Nigga came out the IHOP on 135 Harlem, got boom, ran off. Another girl just going to the gym, slice, ran off.
Was
Nigga,
that back on that gang initiation shit?
no, it's not even gang initiation. It's just somebody just going around Harlem slicing people's faces. They caught the French tourist coming out of IHOP.
I seen that one.
Yeah, and they caught another lady going to the gym. It's not just everybody talking about Brooklyn got to do better. This is not just a Brooklyn thing. All over. We got our women out here still getting fucking lured in the buildings, raped and robbed and left there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Old ladies getting knocked over the head for their fucking check. You know what I'm saying? As a whole.
But it goes back to what you said. It's a community thing. Like, remember you said we wouldn't do things if we knew, like, oh shit, I can't do that. Because she gonna go back and tell her, no, there's no fear anymore. These boys, these kids, they don't fear
Don't
anything.
fear nothing. These boys
You
get
know, everybody
their
look like that ain't my child. You know, as soon as you say somebody's child is, oh, don't talk to my child. But
Exactly.
we're gonna forget what he was doing. You know, and it's just like once we left that alone and everybody do their own thing, it fizzled out. You know.
Also, think about it. We got a lot of young parents that have still kids themselves.
Yeah.
They had kids 13, 14, and their kid is outside with them 3, 4 in the morning. Now they son or their daughter's 13. Their parent is still in their 20s. They still out here trying to do their thing. The parents don't have respect, so you think the kids
They
don't
don't
have
have
respect?
It's mothers and daughters out here fighting together, doing 2-on-2.
Right.
Yeah.
Fighting together, man.
Ridiculous shit, man.
Gotta get back to the village, you know. I remember back in my day, kids didn't have nowhere to go. Somebody would pick them up. Like, what next thing you know, they staying at their friend's house. These parents don't care. Like, you just don't care. That's not my kid. You know, that's not my family. But that's your people.
Yep,
Like,
these are
we are
people.
one, you know. Just like everybody wonder why the Jews are so successful. That's because they're one. They look at each other as one.
I'll
You
tell
know.
I'll tell you a story to piggyback over that about the Jews. And I used to work, this was when I was in my 20s, I used to work on Delancey Street. In Delancey, that's big Jewish shop. They come out 20, 30 at a time to go shopping in Delancey. Jewish people that don't even know each other, they can walk up to someone that they don't know in the store and say, hey, look, put this on your credit card. I'll take your information. I'll pay you back. And they have to do it. You can't say, no, I don't know you. I'm not going to swipe that. No, yeah, put it on. And they don't buy 2, 3 items.
Yeah.
They see something they like on the rack. They buy the whole rack, every size. Put this on your card. All right, I'll take your information. Yeah, call my husband. You know, he'll pay you back. Like, and it's not even just the shopping. If they see you on the street and you're like trying to hail a cab, you're Jewish and a Jewish person drives by, they have to stop and pick you up and take you wherever you want to go. They have that sense of community is something that I think at one time, and this is before all of our time, that was something that did go down. Like maybe early civil rights era where, you know, we were really like fighting and getting hosed down. We had to be tight knit like that and really help each other out. Now it's everyone for themselves.
Right.
No, especially in the black community.
Especially our community.
You think a black dude that owned a leather jacket store, nigga could put 5 jackets on the table and say, my nigga, I got you? Never. You fucking crazy?
You have 8 balls?
Right. 5 pellets, my nigga. I got you on Tuesday. Niggas ain't trying to hear that. And but as a culture, we did that shit to ourselves. Because we out here doing dumb shit. We out here stealing. You know what I'm saying? We out here doing dumb shit. You ain't gonna trust you're not gonna trust me because of what this nigga did. Now mind you, I'm a whole totally different nigga. But because this nigga burnt you last month for some other shit, nah, no credit for nobody. We do that shit to ourselves, man.
Real quick, guys. I got a question that came in. This is from Norman Chambers. He said,
Shout out to Norm.
in my opinion, the state of the black man or woman, we can control the narrative if we support, respect, love each other. Do me and you agree? So to me and you do say.
Okay.
he goes on to say, I say this because for years we have allowed those outside of our community and culture to infiltrate us to combat our own, using the court system that images are set to hate ourselves and what the music industry has us praising drugs, sex, and money. If we control the narrative and what we choose to praise, the state of the black man and woman would change dramatically. What do you feel about that?
Norm is right. Norm is absolutely right. I mean, for the music part, yeah, we do praise. We always praise sex, drugs, and money. That's all the music is. That's all the music is. I mean, now you may get. I mean, now it's like, yeah, buy a building, save money, go to school. You know what I'm saying? Because now, like, all them niggas is old, so now we ain't selling drugs no more. This is what we doing now, and this is what we want. This is what we want you to do. Well, if you sold drugs and if you got some of that money left, buy a building with it because we don't sell drugs no more, and you need another source of income. So now the music is like the music is about elevation now.
But don't you think when the music was in the early days, they had Fight the Power, they had KRS-One, but you know what it is? There was a balance in music, and there's no balance in music now. And the guys that ran through the fire and made it out are now looking back saying, you don't have to go this route. You don't have to make your journey that hard. You know what I'm saying? Understand music is your avenue, but at the same time, what they don't tell you is always look for exit. Always look for a way out. When you walk into a building, you should know where all exits are, because in case of emergency, you have a way to get out. And these dudes are so pigeonholed and they are so driven by the narrative of sex, money, girls, violence, and the so-called present-day riches that they can't see past that. And sometimes what they're trying to do is they don't want to preach to the kids. They just dropping these jewels and letting them know how it's going down by subconsciously putting in the music, subconsciously saying certain things so that they could look it up on their own and find that information. Because a lot of people, we are groomed not to listen to the person that's actually talking to you.
Yeah. So. We are groomed like this nigga, you know what I'm saying? He don't know what he's talking about. That's how guys perceive niggas. Like, he just like, guys be on there, because we used to be like that too. When niggas start preaching out, we like, man, I don't want to hear this shit. And now, you know, some of us wish we listen. Bless you. But it's like now in the music, in our generation, that's what it was. That's what 50 used to talk about. That's what Jeezy used to talk about. That's what Jay used to talk about. That's what Cash Money talked about. Now it's like it's too late. Everybody of our generation needs to bust out, you know, burnt out, busted to death, on jail. It's too late now. What you gonna rap about? All that other shit is old. Niggas ain't nobody checking for no chicks no more. Niggas already know crack is over. It's either Oxy or what the fuck is the other? What else is out here? Perks. Yeah, exactly. Niggas ain't rapping about coke no more. Niggas ain't rapping about coke no more.
K2.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Don't even give me. Don't
yeah.
I hope niggas ain't talking about K2.
That K2 shit smell a whole lot different.
Yeah. Chick no sense.
You got dudes rolling and falling in train tracks, smoking.
Niggas riding bikes in the train tracks.
Boy was
yo, that shit crazy.
Listen, man.
Ain't nobody check for these chicks no more. Crack is dead. What else is there to talk about?
Right.
You got to talk about elevation, cause whatever was popular in the 2000s ain't popping no more. Ain't nobody selling no crack out here.
They selling it. They whipping it. They saying they whipping it. They selling it, right?
Niggas ain't selling no crack out here. Niggas got perks, man. Niggas got perks,
Big
baby.
Pharma
That's
winning,
what
little
popping out
Pharma winning. Like everything is
So look at it like this.
But there's no way to go without. You gotta elevate the music.
I look at it like this. I take everything, especially with our community, I take it all back to respect. Now, like you said, you know, everybody's rapping about the sex, the money, the drugs, and all that. And now they're elevating, like Jay-Z, like, you know, guys that got money.
Mm.
These young boys will listen to somebody that got money.
Yeah.
They're listening with Jay-Z talking that by the block shit. And, you know, cause like that's Jay-Z.
Mm.
Now, if some new dude comes out the gate talking, yo, we need to uplift, we need to do this, we need to do that, they're gonna be like, I ain't even trying to hear that.
Mm.
You ain't even got no money yet.
Yeah.
Talk to me when you make it and you get some money. They respect, and that's maybe not even just black people. Like people respect money and power. Like if you don't have money and power, and you trying to tell me, you can't tell me if you poor and I'm poor. What are you telling me? You telling me I need to do better than you poor? I ain't listening. I ain't listening to the busted and disgusted dude.
wow.
Right?
They listen to your own advice. Look at you.
Right. Think about it. You're no snotty. You coming up to me talking about, yo, young blood, let me tell you what you need to be doing. No, fuck out of here. You dusty.
Exactly. But the music is very powerful. The music now got niggas familiar with their credit score. Got niggas looking into buying houses. Got niggas looking into buying art. Got niggas looking into buying property.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You had niggas like Meek Mill that was talking that other shit before. Now all of a sudden he on Hot 97 talking about, listen, I got to get credit to get this. I got the art collection. I got the niggas in the elevator. Niggas already, you know what I'm saying, being in the game, now you know. All that shit that niggas was talking about before, that shit is whack. And plus, there's none of that shit is going on no more. So now everybody's more familiarized. As you getting older, they know this is what you're gonna need. Your credit's gonna need to be good. You're gonna need assets. You know what I'm saying? You need to have a will and testament to leave your kids something. You need to have generational wealth. You need to create something for your grandkids and your grandkids' kids. That's what it's all about now. When you hear music, everybody talking about generational wealth. Everybody wants to leave something down so ain't nobody got to work. And that's what's gangster now. Man. Moving your moms up the hood is gangster now. Niggas hear that shit now.
But you know, you just gotta figure out a way to make that shit connect to the young boys. Like you gotta hide the medicine in the candy. That's how
basically.
it is. Because it's not like, you know, not to go back to Jay-Z, he's like the main example, but you know, he been feeding us that shit little by little.
Yeah.
His whole career, he been talking that shit. Now he's like where he's at now when he's sitting on boards and all that shit, so he could really say directly what he's talking about.
Right.
But there's always a way for you to figure out a way to put that shit in your music and make that shit connect.
Yeah.
I think it's just confusing for the kids now because in the same album you'll have them singing one song saying do all that and then the next song you talking about yo I'm killing this nigga, you know I'm fucking this bitch, and it's they're not consistent enough I think with the music.
That's true.
You know, because it's too much.
I think with the consistency, it comes at another level of expectation. And if it took Jay a while, even though like they said Jay been saying it, like Jay made 3 albums that could all be Reason Without, Blueprint, and 444, all could be a continuation of each other, because all it did was show the maturation in his growth and his understanding of how it is to survive. And he just changed. He didn't change much, but because it's all relatable. If you take those 2, you could understand what he's trying to say. It's like book 1, book 2, and book 3. But in between that, like Yo Gotti's trying to do the same thing, and sometimes you hear like
he's a big one that grew in his music.
But I think what it actually is now, we don't see each other as competition. When you see me as your brother, when you see me as an ally, when you see me as someone that I can grow with, learn with, and also help each other. When 4 billionaires walk in a room together, it's to see, okay, how we gonna get this trillion? Which one of you gonna be the next trillionaire? You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna go all out to kill ourselves. Because at the end of the day, if I kill you, like, boom, your net worth, that's it. But if we all work together to find something and build something and create a structure, then one of us is likely to be a trillionaire. And you can say, you know what, we all help to not one person. It's all a collective goal. And when you share that vision and everything makes sense, that's why these guys are able to sit down together now and have these conversations.
Right, have these conversations. Before, everybody was all divided. Right. We got to start teaching the young kids instead of getting mad at them, because it's a big generational gap. And we sometimes, because it's getting old, we get, you know what I'm saying? We forget that. Like, we killed Lonzo Ball when he said 21 Savage album was better than Whole album. We killed that little nigga. Mind you, we 30 plus. We got to understand where he's coming from.
But that's what I say to you. I always tell you, I think old is a mindset. It's not a. If you feel old, you're gonna be old. There's some kid out there that's 19, 20 that feels that they old because they used to be.
Because of what they go through.
Right. It's a mindset. If you think that you're young, you can still move around and be around the young people, and they can be relatable and still respectable. Right. Not relatable where they think they can disrespect you.
And that's where the line needs to be drawn. These old niggas think they can disrespect you.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing.
Ain't nobody putting these young niggas in their place.
That goes back
they enabling it. Oh, you gonna let this nigga talk to you like that? Now it's all over.
Because that's dumbass.
Look at it like
now
this.
It's all over.
Look at it like this. Like I said earlier, disrespectful kids probably got disrespectful parents. If you as a parent are not raising your kids to, one, respect themselves and also respect adults. It's one thing, like a lot of kids, if they disrespect their moms or their pops, your grandmother coming from the grocery store is gonna get it.
Right. Yeah.
Like parents, like that's the first thing we gotta teach our kids respect. That's it. Because if you don't respect yourself and you don't respect others, then what? They just running amok out here. They ain't gonna like.
They definitely running amok. And
they're not being raised at all, though. Like I don't even think these people are raising.
They're raising themselves.
They're letting YouTube do it, and you know, because no matter what happened in my household, you do as I say, not as I do. We saw them smoke and do all they little nonsense. We knew not to try to dare and embark on none of that. These kids nowadays, you come on, they stealing your cigarettes, they doing all kinds. You're like, what the?
These kids know every song on the radio and can't spell cat.
The basic.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. These niggas know every NLE Chopper song, but don't know what's 4 times 9. And you be seeing the girls on fucking you be seeing the girls on Facebook trying to help their kids with their homework. Johnny had 4 apples. This nigga this bitch the wrong answer 5 times. Shorty, yeah, you need to stay at home.
Cause the chopper go block her.
Yeah, right.
Block her.
You know all that bullshit.
What do you say that? You see that other meme? It says, "Mother, oh my son is so smart," and then you say, "Hey Johnny, what's your name?" And he's like, "Red," some shit like that. He said, "What's 1 + 1?" Red.
Red.
Like, come on, man.
Niggas don't know the basics. They address, their phone number, none of that shit.
All right, y'all. That's food for thought. Let's get into the nitty gritty. What's up with it?
What's up with it?
Yes.
With it.
Do say. You're the lady to the right of you.
Oh, the Panamanian princess?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Fresh wash yourself with the edges popping?
Yes.
Into the Dominicans.
How you doing, baby?
I'm good.
I good. Talk that shit. Let me hear you. Ooh. Say it a little louder, baby.
Reg, you doing too much. You need to chill out. Reg, you doing too much.
Let me fall back.
That's some rosé shit.
You doing too much, Reg. You need to chill out.
Alright, let me fall back.
Rosé.
Do me a favor. Say do say name for me. Ooh.
I know what you're trying to do. It's not gonna work.
You say it one more time
It's
for me.
not gonna work.
Ooh. They say if you say it 3 times, the Duce comes out. Candy man, Duce man.
Well, now it's Candyman 5 times. I don't know if you see the new trailer. But that's another story for another day.
So say it one more time again for me.
There you go.
Duce.
There you go.
Oh, you ain't gonna speak now. You a rude motherfucker.
Now, don't do that. 'Cause you already know how I get it up. Don't do that.
You a shy one, ain't you? You take the glasses off, ladies and gentlemen.
Miss, this is what we gonna do tonight.
That's what we're gonna
This is
do.
what we gonna do? Then let's do it. Oh, see, yeah, you see her face, right? Okay. Now let's get back on topic. What's up? What you got for us?
Alright, man. Last time we was introduced to this young lady on the Rose Reloaded podcast.
Shout out to Rose, man. Shout out to Rose. That's my nigga, man. Shout out to Rose.
Yeah. So, for those that don't know, when we introduced her, she was going through a little situation.
Right.
And
What had happened was.
right.
What
Yeah.
happened was
And the Bruce synopsis of that situation was you dealing with a young man
right.
and you broke it off with him, but somehow it turned in that he allegedly got someone pregnant.
Right.
Now recapping, what happened?
So the baby's not his.
What?
Right?
What? Dun dun.
9 months later.
Yeah. It's not his.
Oh. So do say.
What happened to say? What you gotta say?
Nigga, it wasn't mine. Nah, I told her, listen, I told her remedy to all that. Because, you know, he lives in her building. I said, you know what? Walk in the building with me. That's all you gotta do.
And what she do?
Just walk in the building with me.
He never did.
She curved it.
Oh, wait.
No, I
Ain't no
did.
never did.
Whoa.
Whoa. Now we gonna teach like Love Connection when they want to update those niggas. She curved it. We went on a date.
Yes.
I said, you want me to come back to the building? Nah, blah, whatever she was saying. I ain't been to the building yet.
Wow.
I ain't been to the building yet.
And that's what had happened.
So-
But I don't think he one of those problems. Like I don't want him.
Ooh. Do say. Ooh.
I want the smoke on all levels. That's one.
Uh-huh.
Two,
Keep 10
you
pounds
ain't
to 10
want me to
pounds.
be in the building with that nigga because you already had plans of going back to that nigga.
Oh, who told you that?
You ain't have to tell me.
History.
You ain't have to tell me. And this is why you're here now to tell the state of the situation. What happened?
God.
What happened after the baby?
So okay, I found out the baby's not his. Okay.
Okay.
Now everything is fixed, right?
So ladies, the ladies that are in the room, you know they always come back, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I got flowers. I got the I'm sorry. She wasn't for me or whatever. Right? Now I learned my lesson. Don't give a nigga a second chance. You know?
Where I'm from, that's called okey doke.
Oh wow.
Wait, so what happened then?
So, okay. I said, this is what I said. I said, okay, I'm gonna give you another chance.
Be quiet, girl. Okay,
I'll give you
okay,
another
snicker.
chance. But if I catch you again with the same, I'm gonna call her.
You can curse. You can curse.
Same bitch. I'm gonna call her.
Now, mind you,
So-
right here, I just want to take a disclaimer. Duce was not notified that they was back together.
Oh. Ooh.
You were notified.
Just now.
But listen.
When she ain't
I
let
was
you
no-
come back.
I was
the
getting that.
notification.
You right? That's one. That was
That was the
one.
notification.
And then no, but I got a verbal notification when he fucked up again though.
Mm.
That hey stranger, how you doing? Shit.
Like,
Oh,
I'm gonna need you now. It's getting hot in here.
So
Holla.
bad.
Oh. So this. So
I ain't never lied to my partner. And I ain't about to start now.
So wait. So this is where the post came from?
Yeah. Oh, you seen the post I put on the podcast page, right?
Yeah, I was that too.
At Everyday Life Podcast, everybody, you can catch all.
That's
Remember what
You
she
can catch
crazy.
all my
said?
petty
How you
punchlines.
gonna
She
say
said
it like
they
that?
always come back. So continue.
Okay, so he came back, right? Not even a week. I checked his status, and he's at the girl house.
Let me get that. Let me get that. I need your hand.
Give him a little
What is
something,
it?
something. Where the hell you at?
Give it to me. Something.
That's a
Yeah.
little smooth. Take
He
that.
at the
I
girl
told you.
house. He posted her living room. I guess he was listening to me or whatever. But I'm an FBI, so I know how the girl house looked like and everything. I said, okay.
Did y'all hear what she said? She
No.
know how the girl house look. Repeat that, because I don't think they heard you.
Good.
I know how the girl house
Oh,
looked
you
like.
gotta
everything.
zoom in.
Yes,
Shit.
everything.
Do they?
Okay, you ain't gonna play me. So now the girl do hair, so I got her phone number from her page. Right? I called her.
Not to cut you off. Is she the one that did that to you? That get your hairstyle right today?
I know, boo.
But I know you ain't gonna sit at her chair.
No, I didn't done that though.
You
But
should've
no,
had
I
her
don't like
check.
her hair work. So no.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
she's trash.
So
Yeah, keep going.
now I called the girl. I said, "Well, is he there?" She's like, "Yeah." Who's this? I'm like, "His girlfriend for 2 years. We just got back together." And she's like, "For 2 years, I've been with him for a minute." I'm like, "Are you sure?" So she's like, "Okay, you please send me pictures and all the evidence." And I showed them this. And he was living in her house. So she texted me after that I kicked him out and all that. So I texted him like, mind you, hold on, I was forgetting this part. I invested some money with him.
I'm gonna have.
What?
Give me another one. Give me another one.
What? What?
I invested some money.
He wanted to flip them taxes.
We need a
Okay.
soundboard with that.
I
You want to be a
invested-
millionaire music.
I
It's
know
not
this
even
is-
statistical
I
right
know.
now. What is happening?
I invested some
2020,
money.
baby.
And I was like, well, I want my money back because now you're not serious. You're playing games and all that.
How much you gave him?
Like $300.
How much?
Who?
$300.
Oh.
There we go. There we go, you say. You might as well take that as a
So I
loss.
was like, well, I want my money back, and he was like, well, now that you being dumb, I'm not giving you anything. I
Ay,
said, okay.
Dios mío.
So,
Nigga said you dead on that?
What?
so I was like, okay, cool. I'm on my way to the prison with my lawyer, and
Listen, you gotta take that as a loss. He hit you with the highs, you're
That's
like,
a
nah,
Hold that real
that.
quick.
You got to hold that.
I did that, and he was like, he was going over whatever. But the next day, he texted me like, oh, I'm home. You can come get your money.
So, did you
I
get
got
the-
my money back because I had some errands that belonged to him, and he was like, that cost more than $300, which I don't believe.
So you
Because
got
niggas
the,
out here be capping.
so wait, you got the, did you get some dick too?
Oh no. Oh, well, when we got back together, yeah. And I told her that too. He was at your house, and the day before that, we had sex. So, yeah, that's what happened.
See what happened when they you see what happened when it's like you see what happened when they start fucking with you, to the road to destruction. You know what I'm saying? You heard what Celie said? Till you do right by me,
Yeah.
everything you think about gonna fail. You know what I
I
mean?
don't know, dude said. She out
Till
here
you,
tripping.
till you do right by me, you know what I mean?
She out here tripping.
You know,
That's what happened.
you let them find that shit on their own.
So,
Here's
And
the
then,
thing,
okay.
real quick, just to piggyback, like, you know how I said earlier, like the young boys now, they need OGs, like we had some OGs. I think y'all young girls need some OGs too.
Yes. Yes.
Because-
Very, very much so.
but she had an OG, and she turned it down.
I don't mean OG male,
Yes,
I mean
a
an OG
female.
woman that
Yes.
could really show you the ropes and tell you like, yo, you could have saved yourself $300. First of all, you didn't have to go get that. You got Cash App, Zelle, Venmo. You wanted to go.
No, but this is the thing. He lives in my building. You guys know this.
It doesn't matter.
You
Cash
guys.
App works
It's
through walls.
still, yeah.
This is why I didn't come.
Now
I
when
didn't
You
And
get
a
know
hard
what
head
you was
runs through shit,
anticipating. You know what you was anticipating going.
See, if I would have came in the building, that'd have fucked up their whole thing. So me being seen, you know what I mean? Even though I'd have been a pawn in the chess game, and I knew what I was signing up for at the end of the day.
What did you want?
What you mean? What did I want?
What did you
You
want?
say, baby.
What you mean? What I wanted? Yeah, I was with the shits. Like, yeah, fam, what's up? It's a new nigga in here. What up? You know what I mean?
Hey.
But she said, nah. All right, cool.
Slow down.
Yeah. As soon as that nigga fucked up, what you think happened? Yo, she on FaceTime. What's up?
Don't do that, because I always get that. Don't do that.
What's up? Tell you what this nigga did.
Ah.
You know what? Tell me what the nigga did, man. What?
You said, you
So you
said,
gave, which shoulder you gave her?
should have said,
What shoulder you gave her?
The left,
Right?
the left hand.
The left?
The left,
Okay.
the left hand.
Southpaw daddy.
You gave
should
me
have
a
put your
strong
finger on the
shoulder.
screen and said, no, tell me first. Tell me first.
So you gave her the Southpaw daddy.
What's my line? What's my line though? I knew your ass be back.
Oh, my
Yeah.
that's crazy. So you got that from me.
I got what from you? What I got from you? No, I knew you'd be back. Cause you love me though.
No.
You so fine.
Thank you.
So, will there be date number 2 in the works?
I think about it.
He took too long. That's what happened.
Oh, I took too long.
Oh, so you've been replaced.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
That was quick.
But you see how it turned out though, right? You can't move if you had move fast if you want to.
You should have dropped some hot dick on her the first day.
Oh, I
Well,
don't do those.
well.
But the OG that you don't have,
Uh-huh.
she doesn't.
Yeah.
She just showed you how to,
Yeah.
she just showed you how to move out here.
Women do have sex on the first day.
I know that.
Y'all, all y'all doing is either you're gonna find out if it's a disappointment or satisfaction the first day, or 3 months down the line you're gonna be disappointed and depressed. So,
But being patient worked out in my favor.
yeah, because she'll be back.
Yeah, you know.
But she's saying that she ain't coming back.
Yes, she is.
That's why they always come back, right?
Oh, they
They
always come
They
back.
always come back to the same.
To
do
do
that.
that.
The Duce never runs out.
Yes, sir.
The Duce never runs
You
out.
said the cup runs
I
over.
almost pop it.
The Duce never runs out.
So the moral of the story is what, ladies? Don't get finessed by a fuckboy.
Well, did she get finesse? That's
She
the
did.
question.
She got finessed,
Uh-huh.
but did
Bunch
she
of times.
not?
What
She
you
got
talking
finessed.
about?
She got finesse twice, Earl?
How many times, Earl? Twice?
Twice.
Because you
Twice.
dodged the bullet, you went in. You
Uh-huh.
went back and forth.
Right.
Like, you got out of the water and then you went back in.
So you know.
Why did you go back in the first place? Was it the history that y'all got?
It wasn't even the history. It's
It's
like,
the way he breathes on her neck.
That too. Say it again, Earl.
yeah.
Comfortability.
We can hear you. The mic can hear you. Say it again.
Comfortability.
Comfortability. She didn't want to step out of her comfort zone, so she
That's
said, "You know
true.
what? You see the excuse she made, right? You say it took too long.
She
No,
wanted
the fuck I
shoes
did.
on,
You
she
got my
wanted
phone number. We
slippers
could have
on,
went out
go
anytime.
downstairs.
Because when I was on business, when me and Rex doing business meeting, and she seen that plate of
Uh-huh.
salmon and broccoli, what you think she said? You going out when I mean? You going out when I mean? So yeah, nigga, you wanted to be around me. It ain't like you ain't want to be around me. But you know, I'll take that. I took too long. My apologies. It won't happen again.
Yeah. I hope
So, your attire for when you went to go do this
Fuck that. Know
exchange.
your work, King.
What did you? What was your dressing like? What would you wear? What was your attire?
I mean, look at her. She know how to get niggas.
I
So
said
it's normal. Like,
What's
I'm
normal?
covered.
you was covered.
Yeah.
Your hair was down. You ain't going to doobie. You put on some fragrance.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I did.
You put on some fragrance.
So you was fully
Come
covered?
Give me
So you
again.
dressed like this when you tonight?
Give me again.
Huh? You dressed?
Not for you, for myself.
Uh-huh.
But yeah.
Just to go pick up your money.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
She looking at me like I'm just fucking with you.
Now,
Mind you, I was at work and I was like, okay, I gotta go.
Take it easy, man.
I'm trying, but she killing me over here.
so I'm trying to. All I'm doing is trying to paint a picture for those that don't see the visual.
Uh-huh.
You're trying to paint a picture for those that listen on the podcast. So you're saying you laid your hair down. You might have had your toes out. You showed enough skin to keep him interested, but not wanting to just jump on you right away. To go, did you go into the house or was it?
No, it was right at
Was it
the
like a
door.
delivery?
Yeah.
Like you knocked on the door?
So
Yeah.
you just dropped the money off.
Did y'all touch hands?
No.
All you gotta do is look at her. All you gotta do is fucking look at her.
That's why she did.
Yeah. Just want to see the nigga, that's all.
No, she wanted him to see her.
That's
Uh-huh.
She didn't have to see him. He just needed to see her.
So he pulled up on her, and it was like that quick.
Yeah.
In and out.
And then he was gonna give me just only 220. Like no,
It's,
what's the rest of the money?
oh, so it was an exchange.
Yeah.
It was a barter.
Uh-huh.
You lucky he didn't give you 40 right away until
Are
you
you
worked for that
dumb?
260.
You don't want no problem with no police. That's what it is.
You ain't want no problem with no police.
That's not what it is.
How would you handle that situation, Duce?
What? You mean if a girl gave me some money?
Yeah.
What you want?
Yeah. If she would have gave you some money, she came to your door like that.
Oh no, you I'm a stand up guy. I gave it back though.
Right away.
I'm a stand up nigga. When I got it,
You wouldn't
I'd
give
have
her-
flipped it. No. The whole thing was the whole thing was for him to flip it. He needed the money to buy some weed.
Oh, you need a re-up money.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's a backstory.
Yeah.
I like the way you put that though. I made a little.
Yes, right. Yeah, no, that's right. Like she get the nigga the money to get a CDL or something, right? Something like that. Yeah.
So wait.
You only came back with the principal.
Wait.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So you invested $300 probably on some regular weed, right? And you was gonna call the cops on him?
He said she made it
I
seem
would
like
have
But hold on, there's no proof though.
No proof of
What
exactly.
are you gonna tell them?
he take you down with him.
I gave him $300 for weed. He don't want to give it back. What was you gonna
I
tell
know
them?
him $300 because he was my boyfriend, and he don't want to give it back.
That's cool. That's a leg to stand on.
What leg?
No, I'm talking about for
Like
her not to be
shag leg?
no, for her not to be implicated. Like
Right.
he just said that's my boyfriend. He said I need 300. I gave him 300.
That was my boyfriend.
it. After time she gave it to him.
Okay.
But she made it seem like she gave the nigga a loan for like for him to get a van and get his business.
They would have been like,
I bought this nigga a ladder because he an electrician.
Man, we're gonna have to charge that to the game.
Nah,
Charge
I
bitch.
that
bought him
to
a
the
ladder so
game.
he could climb to the top.
You know what?
The fact that he was gonna give you the 220, you lucky.
Listen.
Some
He
chicks-
had to come
some
back.
girls don't get
He
shit
didn't
back,
give
that's
us
true.
everything at one time.
Exactly.
Because you know she's gonna.
Listen.
That was the finesse. That was the
That's the
whole
moral of the story, man. You play do say you play yourself.
Oh.
But she's still my boo though. I'm just fucking. She's still my, she was still my baby.
Alright. So now let's get into the meat and potatoes of the situation.
That wasn't.
Oh, I'm gonna.
That's not the meat
Oh
and
no.
potatoes of the
That was the
situation.
that was the broccoli and the mash.
Yeah. The meat and potatoes of the situation is we have a lady that goes by the name of Lady P. Me and Duce do a lot of backtracking. We try to give y'all some cutting edge, push the envelope topics to get y'all opinions to see how we could ruffle some feathers. So, the topic of discussion today is polygamy. And me and Duce was like, yo, who do you know? I said, I don't know, but I'm going to find somebody. He said, well, you do that and get back to me in due fashion. All right, cool. So, I ran into a young lady that I've known for quite a while, and we were talking, and I said, how you doing? Told her my situation. She told me her. I said, well, do you want to be part of a throuple? She said, what do you mean?
For people that don't know what a throuple is, please elaborate.
It's me, her, and her. In my situation.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Or it could be...
Ooh, what the fuck are you going for? What the
Oh,
fuck are you going for? I could have been down to somebody. This could have been us, but you like giving niggas weed money.
I could have used that for the test.
You know, this could have been us, but you like giving niggas re-up money. You know what I'm saying?
So, all right, so cool. Throuple, exactly like Duce said. So I said, what's up? You ever did that before? And she said, yes. So my antenna said, Scooby. And we are here today. I said, would you like to come and talk about your situation or what you've been through and how it relates to today's culture? And you know, people want to know what it's about for those that don't know. And we're not trying to judge nobody, but we just want to get to the nitty gritty of the situation and talk to somebody that firsthand lived that lifestyle. So we have Lady P in the building, ladies and gentlemen. So, first question I have for you is, how did you get started in that lifestyle?
Well, for me it was religion. He's an Israelite, so they can have multiple women.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And he just like pitched that to you and you was cool with? Or it took some like thinking, it took some patience and understanding, like how did it go about?
well, no, it didn't take much to convince me. I come from a religious family, so, you know, very militant, so it was easy for me to listen and follow.
How was the transition, like getting adjusted and used to that?
Different. It wasn't easy.
Here's a big question. Were you added to her
No.
that already?
No.
You were first.
Yeah.
Oh, so somebody got added to your situation.
Yeah.
All right, so those that don't know, there's a hierarchy in polygamy, right?
Yes.
And in that household of polygamy, there's certain roles we all should adhere to, follow, and so that the thing can work. Because it needs everyone's cooperation in order for it to work. Is that true?
Yes.
All right. So you met the person that you were dealing with, and you two decided. Did y'all have? How long was the conversation before?
It wasn't a conversation at all, actually.
Okay.
It's never really a conversation. It's just something that kind of like happened. One, he's much older than I am.
Okay.
I was very young, so it was very easy, and it's not something that happened right away. So it was years before it even happened.
But it was something that the seeds were planted.
Yes.
No pun intended. If you get my drift.
Is he from here, like born and raised, or is he from another country and then came here?
No, he's from here. He's American.
So when he bought it to you, it was more like get down and lay down, being that it wasn't no conversation.
No, what happened was he no, it's just,
She said it wasn't no conversation. It's just what it was. He said, you get down and lay down. He
Okay.
wanted to get lost. Like how did that come about?
it
When
wasn't
you laid down, you stayed.
Oh.
Right.
So because it's religion, you're exposed to it daily, kind of. So you understand what I'm saying? So it's like, so when you're amongst his family, you hear it, you see it, you know. So it's something you see and you hear, and people, bring it up, and so it's just something over the years that was just there.
So that's very important, and you say that it's not something that he's just doing himself. Like this is a family. Like they
Yeah,
all do it.
It's religious based. Like Israelites are able to have more than one wife as long as they can support everyone equally, just like the Muslims. So it's a lifestyle, So it's common within that religion. So yeah, everyone up in his family, they know about it. They they partake as well.
So it's more so for economics, and that's business first, and the economical foundation of support and that system of cooperation, and the pleasure is in the bedroom. You guess.
Wait, you guess? Wait, do you even like that other girl?
I mean, you nine on the list. It's like,
Right.
are you getting any effort at that? Nah, I'm good.
Oh my God.
Like,
So,
go ahead.
no, because
This is very interesting.
Ain't it?
Now we get into it.
Ain't it?
This is the meat and potatoes. Let's
Right.
go.
Sure, we gonna get us a bitch.
Probably, maybe.
oh,
If you act right, yeah, I know.
Nah.
Nah.
Say, know your worth.
No, back to the letter. Don't make this about me. Don't make this about me.
all right. So, damn. All right. Fucking monkey show
Here's
kicking
the
in.
Here we go. Here's the next question. All right, so you were first. How many others are there in your situation?
Well,
So it's you. Is it you?
no
and
one ever
two?
really made the cut past, let's just say, for lack of a better word, orientation or probational period, as far as I was concerned.
There's a draft.
Wait,
There's a
hold
draft
on.
process.
Wait. Speak about that.
There's a
Like,
combine.
Oh my God.
Wait, look at her face.
There's a combine.
Time out.
You gotta run a 4.2.
Time out. Wait.
Where's my math?
What do you wait? Gosh, tryout period, probation period. What does those entail? Because a lot of people's gonna ask, what do you mean?
I mean, it has to be cohesive. Like, everyone has to be able to get along. So just because you chose her don't mean she fit. Like,
Now, in this choosing process, do they have to fit a certain criteria in terms of looks, in terms of money, everything? So, let's say, for instance, if spice and flavor is a variety of life, and you like different things, and today I wake up and I say I want your chocolate, right? But today I want caramel. Is that a criteria, or do you also have a say in what gets chosen, or he's gonna bring it to you?
I mean, okay.
You have to have a say.
I have somewhat to say if she stays. Who's chosen is up to him. Who stays is up to me.
And
You understand?
No. That's actually a good. No, that's actually a good balance.
Yeah,
I pick her. You know what I'm saying? You
and she just has to pass my
You have-
test.
yeah.
Obviously, you passed his test. You made it here.
right.
You know.
So you're like the big boss.
The quiet boss, I would
Honcho.
say.
Yeah. You the one that I'll get you. You're the puppet master. He the face of the organization, but you the ones that actually sign up on the deal.
I mean, that's even in a singular relationship. Like, the woman really just runs everything.
Mm.
I think I feel like y'all did it.
Shout out to the ladies that running it. 3 months.
Dick drive this car.
It is
You know,
one.
Like
This is
these-
very
So-
interesting.
now.
Women are the caboose of the train, though.
Oh, don't listen. Talk about trains. Let's not take this off track.
Oh.
My bad. Go ahead.
You know how we give it up. We go around.
Oh no! I just want to give the women their props.
Right.
She was right in a way.
Right.
Are you more or less receptive to the women that he chooses? Or there's something like, oh no, bitch.
No, what happens is I expose them who they are, and then he chooses.
Oh.
Like it's that's what I'm here to do. You chose her. Like the decision was made. You want that? I'm gonna show you why you don't need that.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit competition and pettiness involved.
It's competition. Period.
But why if y'all get treated
shit.
equally? If he got to maintain the both of y'all get treated equally, what y'all competing for?
But look at it like this.
It's-
It's women shit. Like look at her
Right.
situation. Let's go back to her situation.
Mm.
She only trying to take this nigga back because she want to beat the other chick,
It's pretty.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was just over. Yeah, I called her. Like for what?
But she had big boss over here. She could have won. Checkmate.
She know that now.
No, but there's no. But here's the thing. If Duce had a what's her name?
Lady P.
Okay,
Lady P. If Duce had a Lady P and y'all was going out on a date, then it would be something there for her to compete. Like, oh, nah, fuck her. Like,
Right.
but there was no one there. So it's like you trying to. I know you weren't, but you like trying to like bag her in a sense. But she got this nigga that live on floor too.
Like you.
He right there. She got to see him every day. That's why she didn't want to let you come up.
Oh.
You know, not even to the front. 'Cause he might be looking out.
It was
the
deep in
window.
the rap. I know it was
She
deep in the
still
rap.
because she still like this dude. But
Let's keep digging. Let's keep going.
You
Let's
know
go
that
back
shit.
because
this is very interesting right now.
now, when you say competition, were you? Is it a subconscious thing where if she stays, she stays. If it works out, it works out. But if not, I know I'm number one at the end of the day.
No.
Did you?
It must work out. Like we have to.
Okay.
There's children involved. You know, it's bigger than the sexual part of it. Like
Right.
it has to work.
Obviously, now we know it's not about sex. Like,
Yeah.
Because one of my crazy questions was like, what kind of bed y'all gonna share? Or if she gotta sleep on the bottom and then y'all two sleep in the bed and she sleeps on the floor, X, Y, and Z.
Oh no.
It doesn't go like
Exactly.
Well,
Unless it's a California
that's
king.
the part of it that's kind of like it depends on each individual relationship. Because there's relationship like that where they don't live under the same house, under the same roof. There's relationships where they do live under the same. So it depends on what works for each individual relationship. But there's basic things that must, like, you have to get along. Like you have to serve a purpose.
And when you say kids are involved, everyone is responsible. You take care of their kids. You treat their kids as they're yours, and they do the same. Or
It's a family.
it's a family. And is there let's say you meet a woman, and for instance, you're from Brooklyn. She lives in the Bronx or Harlem, or she lives far away. Does that sway your relationship, or does it also? It's something that you can get over.
Yeah, it's
And work on it.
minute because
probably
if you
not your problem, right? You're number one.
yeah, and listen, if you live there, you have to still be established. Like I'm established. You can't come to me with no slouch ass bitch. I'm gonna be okay with it. Like so that's why I say like he can bring her, but it's up to me to say that she's worthy.
Okay.
Like like listen, I work, I cook, I sew. What she do?
Right.
You know,
So-
what she here for? I suck dick. I like what she here for? She have to serve a purpose.
She eat pussy. So
Well, shit. The fuck? I eat pussy too. If she make the cut. The fuck? It's.
Earl dropped your phone. Earl, you okay over there?
It's almost like the same rules of a threesome. Like when a couple goes to find a woman to have a threesome with, she has to be a certain kind. What about her?
You don't necessarily because if you're drunk, it happens, and then you're like, oh shit, what the fuck?
Right. This sounds like it's more like it's more of a conscious decision, and it sounds like physical has something to do with it, and intimacy it's like 80% has to be dealt with on a daily basis, or and then like the 20% is the fun. Which is
Yeah,
the
that's
intimacy.
exactly when you're crossing over into the lifestyle. Yes, it's not about the sexual gratifications because we have children, we have businesses, we're trying to do things. You can't be a liability. You know what I'm saying? You have to have some kind of assets. You got to come to the table with something.
So-
you work, you at school.
Does your credit score come into effect when
That's
you
a
do it?
fact.
Oh, it does.
That's a fact.
So all them broke bitches can't be in threesomes. They can't be in polygamous relationship if you're a broke bitch.
I mean, depending on the type of dude you have, if he's okay with that, and if his first wife is okay with that, I'm not okay with that.
Speaking about the man, does the man also educate you all and put you all onto game, or is it more like he has his thumb on your neck kind of situation where he's in control. It's more like I'm top, you bottom, know your role.
There are some men who are very militant like that and they rule over it like that. And then there's some men who's just like they allow the woman, the first wife, to really kind of run that whole thing. So he moves as if he has one wife, which is the main wife, and then she basically just says, you know, how it's gonna go, and then he comes in like, hey, I wanna go to Manhattan tonight. He'd be like, all right, go ahead. You know, so it's not a situation where it's like.
Oh, so everything is not exclusive in terms of intimacy. Intimacy also has to be dealt with on a one-on-one level.
That's the main part of it that has to be in control. It has to definitely. That's the first thing that's understood. That the first wife pretty much runs.
The harem.
Yeah.
Take care.
Yeah.
But I mean, that makes sense though, because if she was there first.
No. Now here's the problem. You're saying it makes sense now, but could you imagine you talking to a woman, telling her that's your lifestyle and what you're into, and you have to sell her. You got to sell one to get the other. How are you gonna make that pitch?
Oh well, that all depends.
Because you can't say my dick about this long and it's gonna work. Like
here's
no.
the thing. If you're a respectable man, you have integrity, and like they respect you, there is no pitch.
Right.
Why am I pitching you?
Right.
You know that whatever I'm bringing to the table is either gonna make us better, or you know, or
your duties here have been taken care of, and you can go and indulge and do it.
And I respect you enough that I'm not gonna bring no bum bitch to the table.
Right.
So
sometimes you're not aware she's a bum bitch until I step in and let you know, hey, she's a bum bitch.
Right.
Oh, so sometimes we get
You
derailed.
a fat ass or something, and we're like, hey, she's a bum bitch.
Hey,
Fat ass.
If you build it, they will come.
Right. Because I'm thinking like, and I understand. I figure if you was to be in a polygamous relationship, you would have to have some kind of hierarchy and some kind of order, because you can't have these fucking girls going back and forth and you like your fucking big father separating. Like, hey, you go to your corner, and then at nighttime, hey, where you at? Time to come lay down.
That's where it comes respect. Like, once you can't come in as a little dude. You can't come in playing games. You have to be a man about your shit. It has to be understood that this is a lifestyle. This is not a game that I'm playing on you bitches. Like, this is how I live my life. And everybody kind of falls in line. And, you know, a man exuberates the respect. It's not something you have to question. Should I raise my voice at him? You know that you can't talk to a real man a certain kind of way. So it's like when he come and it's not even a pitch. That's why I say it's not something that I even knew was happening. When it went down, it was just like, oh, hi, who's she? Nice to meet you. Like, it just.
If you're a real man, everything falls into place.
And this real man, he also teaches you how to take care of home, take care of certain affairs. Because if he was
it's
removed,
his responsibility.
Right, because if he was removed from that situation, let's say, for instance, he's no longer in the picture in terms of providing, right? Something happens, some kind of life-altering situation happens. He provides you with those tools, and he taught you those tools to survive on your own until he can come back in that picture, or if he can't come back in that picture, he shows you how to weed out the bullshitters, the people that are not there for you, so you can survive.
Because you have to raise children.
Right. And it's about, at that point, I think it's more so about the teachings. And like she said, it's a lifestyle.
Look at it like this, though, at the same time. Like a man that's really a man's man, and he's about his business. It's not even that he has to teach you much, because he chose you. Right. Now, this is a dude with integrity and a dude with, like, yo, I know what I want, and I saw certain qualities in you. I know you got it. I don't have to tell you shit. I don't have to teach you shit. First of all, if you in my space, I would want you to already know how to do all those things that women know how to do. I shouldn't have to teach you things that you should already know. I shouldn't have to do that. And that's based off the man if he's bringing you in the fold, then he knows that, and especially if you're gonna be number one, he knows that, boom, she got it. So if I fall short, I don't have to come in and say nothing. I have nothing to say to her, because she knows automatically that she's got to step up.
Reverse fight going to live down.
She knows, and she gonna get the rest of the. I mean,
You sound like you had. I don't know.
Listen, I'm not.
I don't know. I don't know. How do you guys feel? I feel like you've been here before.
I've never, but I'm just saying, like,
it's naturally in you.
Because if I fall and you know I can't walk no more, whatever the situation is where I'm not at 100% strength that I was, I expect you, because I chose you as number one. You gonna hold it down, and you gonna do the rest of the shit
flowing.
get the rest of that shit in line too.
That's how you make people respect it, because people are like, oh, that's how you make people respect it, because those are the principles that you teach, and you move a certain kind of way in the street, because people are gonna look, they're gonna judge, but you have to move a certain way so people can respect it. You know.
Right. I was just one of those, like, I was always looking at it from the outside looking in. I was definitely ignorant about that world. Because I was just like, oh, must be nice. Nigga come home to a two-piece.
No.
You
This
know what I
right
mean?
here that we got going on right now, like, this is class right
That's
now.
all
Like, what?
right, but that's all I thought. Like, damn, nigga got a two-piece, B. Like, that's just me on the outside looking in. Like, that's all I'm thinking about. That narrative shaped around just nigga having a threesome every night. Not knowing his levels in, like,
And have two
shit that
households
going
to
around.
support.
Yeah.
Look at
I'm
it.
just thinking about it from that way.
Look, I'm just meeting you for the first time tonight. I know Reg over 10 years. Like, that's my man. But as far as your longest long-term relationship, have you ever lived with someone, or you don't have kids, right?
No, I have a 10-year-old daughter.
Oh,
11-year-old daughter, excuse
Oh,
me.
all right, so
Like,
we
little
around the same boat. You know, like, just being single, like, forget all the, I got 10 wives. Just being single and living with someone and being in a long-term relationship, that in-house pussy shit that your boys be saying, oh, man, yo, you got, like...
And they sell you on that shit, too.
It's not happening.
You got in-house pussy.
It's not
exactly.
happening. It's a
They
joke.
always
Yeah.
speak about shit. They
It's a joke.
right, exactly. And I find myself in that boat too. When I was with my baby, I was like, yo, oh, you got the in-house pussy, my nigga. Nah,
Not
man.
the pussy home sitting waiting for you. She gotta go to work. She got shit to do.
Some niggas
Pussy
drag going
tired.
home.
Yeah,
Some niggas, like, when they put that key in the door, like, motherfucker. Like, they don't understand.
Right. So you think of, like, just imagine,
Two of
now
those.
you got two or
Yeah, right.
2 or 3, and they all, if you chose it the way you got a tough cookie right here. If they chose it and they built that triangle right there, and everybody's on the same time, you got double in-house,
Right.
and they both not with it. Because that energy has already been set, that triangle is set. It's a bigger joke. It's a bigger scam.
Nigga might sit on this
Like,
nigga might sit on his stoop for 90 minutes before he going out.
you think, yo, you got 3 sums up? You got nothing
Exactly.
every night. You got nothing. Like,
Niggas looking at you, my nigga, you dumb. You ain't got nothing to worry about. You got 2 girls there.
Yeah.
Mind you, you've been
2 that don't want to do nothing.
right. You done sat on this stoop since 7:30. It's a quarter to 11. You don't never want to go upstairs.
And what's gonna happen is both them bitches gonna get their period same time, so you gonna be out.
Synced up.
Ain't like one bitch gonna be on period, you gonna fuck the neck. They both gonna have their period. It's not gonna be a good look after a while. It's
That- yo,
not
that-
what people think it is.
all goes with the
That
energy.
gotta
Because
be-
once them periods sink, it's over for you. You
Nah.
be sitting like this.
Somebody gotta give you some head.
My
Somebody gotta give you
dentist
some head.
said. My dentist said.
Uh-huh.
But then when you
Alright,
10 years
All
in,
hoes matter.
when you 10
Alright.
years in, what is that head doing?
Oh,
right.
You've been on 10
Yeah,
years.
right.
What is that doing for you? Like,
Real quick.
Well, it's better than
let me-
nothing to mine.
Let me get to this question that we on Facebook Live, so I'm gonna so Jay Simone says she was asking for some clarity because to her it sounded like she was saying she's when she listened to this she said that's not polygamy, that's just a bottom bitch. Y'all blurring the lines, so I asked her to give me her definition of polygamy, and she was also saying she's somewhat offended by the lack of clarity and use of terms and clear understanding of the practice. She's saying that there is no number 1. There is a first, but no number 1. She said basically there's a 2 and a 3, and I guess it's bad grammar.
Has Jay Simone ever been in that type of situation?
I'm not
I
sure.
hope she's speaking from experience.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Really close to
Jay gotta
the-
let me know if she's been in that type of
Because
situation.
I've been in 16 years. This is like 2
That's what I wanna know.
years.
Right.
It's 16 years,
If
3
it's
kids.
experience or if she knows somebody in that does she know somebody in that situation and that her friend has told her different from what she's being told.
From my father,
You know what I'm
my
saying?
father lived the same lifestyle. Like I've lived it.
So you've been in
Yeah.
that.
That's something you probably
It's
should've
been
said,
integrated.
right? Wow.
Yes, I've definitely lived the lifestyle, so it's
And-
kind of easy for me to make the transition.
All 3 kids is his, correct?
No, my last 2 are his.
Okay.
When I met him, my first child was 1 year old.
So he caught you young and tender.
Very young.
So as a number 1,
I wasn't even 2.
Maybe
as a number 1, do you have like most of the responsibilities? Like you take on most of the load, or do y'all like equally hold everything down? Or you held to a higher standard because you're number 1?
I'm definitely held to a higher standard because at the end of the day, I have to set the precedent. You know, she's coming into something that's already set up, so she has to know. She has to learn how everything works.
Right.
So of course, it's a lot of because he's not doing that. He has to work. He has things to do. So it's definitely up to me to hold all of that together.
Okay.
So when he comes home from work, it's just like, all right, you did everything you're supposed to do. Everything's supposed to be peaches and cream, and you know. So yeah, once he chooses her, the first wife definitely has a bigger responsibility.
Oh, okay. All right, that's cool.
She becomes my bitch. She's
Ah,
my
there you
bitch.
go.
You my bitch. You're not even his. You're my bitch.
So the outside of you and your partner, how do the kids adjust? How do the kids feel about that lifestyle?
That's a good
Do they identify with it? Because I know you have 3 boys. You said
Right.
so. You said your father was also into it.
Yeah, in a different kind of way, but
Well,
we were exposed to
right.
it, like.
And that's what I think. What's going on is, and I'm glad you made clarity when you first started off the conversation. You said it's religion. He was in a certain religion,
Yeah.
and this is what he practiced. This is what he practiced.
Yes.
So when it comes to Jay Simone's comment, she might be looking at it outside of the religion aspect.
Right.
So I don't know. I'm just speculating, trying to get some clarity and play 50-50 on this. Now, the religion part of it. You grew up in that household. You saying you're is he still your mate? Is he still?
No, we're not together, man.
Okay, but you had 16 years, and y'all in it together. Married or not, y'all still in it, right?
Yeah.
And your dad lived a different style of polygamy. So there are different styles of polygamy.
Yes.
And you've only experienced this style.
As on a personal level, yes, but.
Well, when you say religion, all right, you said he's an Israelite. So maybe Israelites do it this way, and then the Mormons do it this way.
And
You
I didn't even know the Mormons practice polygamy.
Yeah.
Oh, matter of fact, I'm lying.
They do.
They do.
Yeah.
Because this with them dudes in Seattle, they be doing it all. Like,
Right.
and then they bond.
But as far as it's the same concept. It's the same thing. Or the Muslims, Israelites, the Mormons. It's all the same concept.
Yeah,
You know, everybody involved has a role to play. And eventually it gets to the fact that, listen, the man is really not in charge. The first wife really runs everything. Because once she's unhappy, it trickles down.
Yeah.
It's going to affect him more than anything because she's the first wife. It's like she okayed everything else to happen. Because if not, then she would have been removed. So if she's still there, it's just like you're going to pay attention to how she feel about it and how, you know. So it's like, I don't know. It's very complicated. And each relationship is different. But
keep going.
But you know, it's the only thing is you're gonna personalize it once you get into it. But once you don't skip the basis of the fact that everyone's involved, the family is not about just sex, then that's where polygamy, whether you like the word or not, that's what it is.
Yeah.
You have more than one spouse.
I agree with you. I just think that's the first thing, like, you know, like someone that's not in it, the first thing we think is, oh yeah, about the sex. But if you take that away and you just think about it from a relationship standpoint of someone that's just married to maybe one person, like you years in, like sex is not the first thing on your mind.
Basically, he's in a relationship 2 times. So everything he does, you do in your relationship with you have to do it 2 times. Her birthday is her birthday. My birthday is my birthday. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to do certain things 2 times. When holidays come, we have to come together and be like, it's okay. Like, it was a situation where there was a Mother's Day, and we all went out for Mother's Day. Like, you know, things like that. You know, he has to know how to hold it down. I have to know how to hold it down because, remember, it's new for me. So the new woman, she's usually okay with it because she's just enjoying all the perks.
Right.
Let me ask you a question. In terms of when it's his time, like it's his birthday or it's, you know, Father's Day or whatever it is, you guys come together and say, look, we're gonna do this is what we're gonna do for him, or you do something separate.
Oh no, there's no that.
Like,
there's no separation. We're gonna come together, we're gonna handle this, or you just not gonna get his birthday or Father's Day. Because, like I said, she's coming into something. I'm not coming into something. Like, you're coming into something that's already established. So it's more of me having to teach her and show her, like, this is what we do. Saturdays, he likes grits and salmon cakes. You know, Fridays, he likes his feet rubbed. Like, you know, so it's this matter of her coming on, like, hey, she's a teammate. For lack of a better word. You know?
Got you. Okay.
She was like a divorced kid, like 2 Christmases and yo, that shit must be nice.
Let's go.
It must be nice.
Okay, y'all.
Yo,
Woo! We're gonna wrap the show up. We'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight. We'd like to thank Q, Lady P.
Don't forget about my boo. Fuck is you doing?
No, I was about to call her IG name. I'll be like,
don't do that.
Shira. for coming out. We'd like to thank Uncle Earl and also Tioni.
Yoni Roni. Yeah, absolutely. She was in the building too.
For coming through and supporting us. What we do is we do last words. So we go around the room and we finish off with me. We're going to start with you, young lady.
Hey, thank you for having me, guys. I'll be back soon, and everybody that's watching, make sure you stay following and watching the Everyday Podcast.
There you go. Do say.
My last words, I got to take it from my man Hov. Being that what we spoke about today,
Yeah.
if you put crabs in a barrel to ensure your survival, you're going to end up pulling down niggas that look just like you.
Yeah.
Bars.
Lady P, what's good?
You know, it's 2020. Do you? Just be happy, you know, and live for you.
All right.
That's what I'm talking about, Lady P. We in the streets.
And let's stay focused, everyone. Let's not forget, we got an election coming up for mayor 2021. I want to send this out to Mr. Eric Adams. He's the Brooklyn Borough president, and he's going to be New York's next mayor. He's got our interests, you know, dear to his heart. So let's get out there and vote. So shout out to De Niro Black, who just dropped a new album last month, and that's it. Let's go.
Well, Q, your favorite politician. That's my man right there. All right, y'all. I'm gonna just paraphrase this real quick. Let me get into my bag. You learn, you grow, you teach. You learn. Again, to inspire for tomorrow. It's the Everyday Life Podcast. Make sure you check us out. I'm your boy, Reg B, along with Deuce Dom.
This nigga always real. He always with that woke shit. Better get ratchet, nigga.
That's what I got you here for, baby.
Don't forget to fuck these hoes.
Yeah, you already know.
He
You
didn't
know
learn
what I'm
anything
saying?
today.
Walking with one sock on.
He didn't learn anything today. He didn't. Leave these hoes alone.
Oh no, you can fuck them.
How much it cost?
40.
Hey,
That's
40.
it's still 40.
How much? What's 20 plus 20?
40. What's 39 plus 1?
40.
What's 20 times 2? What's 80 minus 40? Mommy!
We after party at the mommy spot tonight. $40 for 25 minutes.
As long as you keep it 82 more than that, I'll go ahead.
Get your back shots in, fellas.
Yo, check us out, y'all.
Nah, I'm lying, y'all. I'm going on a date tonight.
You only got 4. Oh. Let's get it, y'all. Peace.